There are kids with disabilities that are not necessarily aware. Landon is very aware, and that can be very challenging for him to not compare himself or not get down about the things in his life that are harder than other people. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. Hope you guys are all having an awesome week. I just finished up this morning. I ran to the gym and then I ran to the school because I volunteer in Ava's classroom and I read books with the kids outside of the classroom. Ava came running out today and told me that cute little friend of hers that happens to be a boy brought her some earrings today. So she wanted me to switch out her earrings. Thought that was the cutest thing ever. Why is first grade the cutest? They just die at everything that those cute little first graders do. I got to see everyone though. Ashton walked by. He'd been reading Dr. Seuss books to the first grade classrooms. Landon walked by on his way to lunch and gave me a hug. It was basically just like a Bingham party at the school today. It was awesome. So ran back home, grabbed some food, and I'm headed back to the school because Landon is headed back to physical therapy today. He has been away from physical therapy for 2 months. He's had a little break. He did some therapy at the new place in December around Christmas time, and he is going back for his 3-week physical therapy sessions starting next Monday, but he's squeezing in an extra day today. Now, if you are new here, we have identical twins, Ashton and Landon has something called cerebral palsy. Most people who do not have a loved one with cerebral palsy have no idea what it is. So cerebral palsy is caused by a brain injury, and it can present itself in all sorts of different ways. It can affect your vision. It can affect your speech. It can affect your ability to eat. It can affect your ability to walk, to use your arms. It can be on one side of your body or it can be on both sides of your body. For Landon, it affects mostly his legs on both sides of his body as well as his vision. So he has spent a lot of his life doing physical therapy and fighting to do all of the things that the rest of us take for granted. So as we jump back into another 3-week session of physical therapy, I hope that watching Landon at physical therapy the next few weeks inspires you and makes you want to try harder, to push harder, to fight harder against all of those obstacles and hard things in your life, because Landon is that for me. He reminds me that I can do hard things, that when life throws me a curveball or it feels like it's more than I can bear, to just keep on going, just keep on fighting, that good things are ahead, and that we're so much stronger than we think we are. Because truthfully, life is not always fair, and sometimes we go through harder things than the person next to us. And Landon's aware of those kinds of things. There are kids with disabilities that are not necessarily aware. Landon is very aware, and that can be very challenging for him to not compare himself or not get down about the things in his life that are harder than other people. And sometimes effort doesn't equal success. So sometimes if he's putting in all this effort and he's fighting so hard to learn how to do something, it's going to come easier for someone else. Or he's going to have a growth spurt and his body's going to get really tight no matter what he does. But despite all of those things, all of the things that aren't fair, all of the setbacks, all of the obstacles, I have seen time and time again that as we continue to just push forward, giving it our best, continuing to pray for help from heaven above, good things always come. Just over a year ago, Landon was the tightest that he's ever been. He was struggling to walk across the room. He was in pain. He was on the verge of dislocating his hip and needing a massive surgery. Now, fast forward, a surgery in Texas later, and a year of fighting to get his life back, and he has never been better. right, I just picked up these two from school. We're missing Landon today, but all three of them have been telling me the same thing since they've been out of school, that it is so dang hot. Ava's like, get me out of these clothes, Mom. Where are my summer clothes? It's 60 degrees outside. Landon, the entire time we were at therapy today, was like, I'm sweating. Can someone open a window?
I'm in a t-shirt and I'm sweating.
But today, not only did I get to go to this girl's class for reading groups, I saw Ash in the hallway and he was...
I read to my first grade teacher. And then
yes, your first grade teacher.
I read to her class, which is her teacher's my instructor. Was my instructor that grade.
He and his buddy were walking around the school when I got there, just touring the first grade classrooms, reading them a story. We have Dr. Seuss books.
I actually had two buddies that time. I had one buddy that I read to Ava's class, and then the other one that you saw in the hall.
Oh, you read with two different friends. Nice. Okay, Ava and I are home from music. Justin and Landon are home from PT. And this has got to be the nicest weather.
The nicest night ever. And I'm literally wearing a t-shirt.
We're all just...
I feel like it's like 73, 80.
Guys, Ava gets home from school today and complains and cries. Literally, there's tears rolling down her face because she wants shorts.
She was in the worst mood.
Fine shorts. And all the shorts are in the storage unit in their bins. And she's like, Dad, and I'm on a business call. I just want my shorts, please.
Yeah, she was crying.
Uncharacteristic of Ava to actually cry like that.
And
but
then,
just goes to show how hot it is today.
Yeah, and then Landon at therapy was like, it's so hot in here. He was having them open the windows, turn down he was dying. It was hilarious. I don't know what it is today about our kids and sweating and crying, but it's the nicest weather we've had in a long time. It's dinner time. You can see it's one of those days where you drive down any neighborhood street and there's kids everywhere because everyone just feels alive when the weather gets like this. Ava busted out not only her rollerblades, but her knee pads, her shoulder pads, her elbow pads.
Derby girl. Guys, I will say as a parent, I didn't really aspire to have my children be derby like girls. Like as a father.
Oh, you didn't?
To a daughter, I did not want my daughter to ever become a derby girl. And she's not going to, but she looks like a derby girl today.
She definitely does, and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
All right, Turn and I are off again. However, not to Denver, just to soccer. That's right, you guys, soccer owns our life. However, we do have vacations and a break from all this coming up pretty soon as it is spring break, baby. And we have not yet revealed our spring break plans. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they are epic, everybody. But we don't want to count our chickens before they hatch. We still have soccer. So we're headed to soccer this evening. Turn then is headed to basketball.
Tonight
It's very busy.
I have young men's
soccer. Wait, time's young men's at?
7.
Oh, so you went to young men's. Now you go to soccer.
Basketball.
Man, you got a lot going on, buddy boy.
Who's not busy? I'm busy. We're all busy. Everybody's busy.
Oh, and piano.
Wait, you're going to church ball tonight?
No, I'm not.
Man, I'm hearing a lot. What's going on? Anyway, so it's his very last basketball game of the season. So we're actually allowing the entire family to come, and they're going to meet us there later this evening. So we're going to take Turbo to soccer, check him out a little bit early from soccer, head to basketball, and then head home. And
Okay, it's dark now, and Ava has informed me that you guys have to see how cool her rollerblades are in the dark. All right, we are here to watch Turin play basketball tonight. It is his last game of the season, and we don't normally bring the whole family because his games are so late at night. Tonight, we brought the whole family, even Ava on her rollerblades, which she refuses to take off because it's his last game. So, you know, YOLO, you only live once. We're here late to watch Turin play basketball and get the big W tonight. In fact, everybody's here, including Aunt Steph. Isn't she the best? She best. She looks nothing like me, but we really are sisters. Okay, I can kind of see it. A little bit. You can see it? We look like sisters? Alright, you guys, my phone died at the game, so I could not give you an update on what happened, but things got really intense. It ended up being such a fun game to watch.
Ended in well, it didn't end, but at the end of regulation, went into overtime, tied 34-34. Then they had 2 minutes on the clock for overtime, and unfortunately we lost by 4. We were up by 4 with 20 seconds to go, and somehow the team clawed their way back to actually beating us by 4. So interesting ending to the season. However, turned out a good time.
It was a really fun game to watch. One of my favorite parts about tonight, though, was sitting next to my sister. You didn't hear her. She was a basketball coach and a math teacher before she had her babies. And when they made a call she didn't agree with, she was yelling.
You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!
She was clapping, she was cheering. It was pretty awesome.
There were some questionable calls, but it was a good night all in all.
Yes, for sure. We're sad basketball season is over. Turn really loved it. He's thinking about taking it more seriously. So we'll see where that takes him.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow.